So when you hear the word brand or branding, it's really easy to think about companies like Starbucks or McDonald's or Wendy's or something like that, where you're used to seeing a specific logo out alongside the highway or in town or whatever the case may be. But logos aren't for just big corporate brands like that. So whether you're trying to build a business or an online presence or become a social influencer, branding is important. And the first step to that oftentimes is a logo. If you think about creators like Casey Neistat, he's got a couple of different parts to his brand. You may either see his sunglasses or his signature. With Roman Atwood, he's got his Smile More brand that is very, very reminiscent of the Amazon logo, in my opinion. Or even PewDiePie has the bro fist. Whether you're just getting started or you've got an existing web presence, it's important to work on your branding to make sure that it's consistent. Recently, a company called Design Evo reached out to me and asked me to tell you guys about their service. They're an online do-it-yourself logo creation service. They've got a ton of resources, whether you need a full logo build or you just need a new mascot for your brand. A while back, I used a service called Fiverr, and they made a cool little logo of my face that I put on a t-shirt that nobody bought. And honestly, I don't blame them. My face isn't really marketable. So I decided to go with a different idea, a different approach to my branding here, and I found a little mascot on their service that I've started using. And I've actually got some merchandise available for purchase in the description with this new mascot on it. And I want to do a couple of things. First, I want to show you the mascot that I came up with. I'm actually really happy with that. It was one of their stock images and I loved it from the second I saw it. Also, I want to take a second to kind of show you what their service is, how it works, and then tell you about the deal that they've given me to pass on to you guys. So here is the Design Evo website, and I like the general look of the site, but that's not what we're here for. We're actually here to see what they do and how they do it. Of course, the very first thing they've got this call to action for make a free logo. And that's what I really like about these guys is that they do have a free option so you can test something out, see if it works, and then come back and buy the high resolution or vector version of that logo if you decide that's the way you want to go. So right below that, we can see that they've got a little demonstration of how their logo maker works, which I think that's really neat. And then below that, they've got this Discover 6,000 plus professional grade logo designs. And these are just some pre-built templates to give you an idea. You know, if you've got a gaming channel or you make cookies on your channel or maybe makeup, there's a lot of different pre-built options here that we can take a look at. You know, if we wanted to, we could go into like technology. That seems appropriate for me. Okay, so this is their technology landing page, if you will. There's some neat looking stuff in here that we could select from if we wanted to go this route. Or down here on the left side, they've got a lot of different categories. So maybe you're into fashion and beauty. They've got a lot of just pre-built stuff in here as well. That you can, you know, if you're doing, you know, like maybe you're a hairstylist, or maybe you're into the mustache thing, or maybe you actually make your own clothing, your own, you know, your own outfits, that kind of thing. Maybe you're doing makeup. There's all kinds of different options. Actually, I really like this one. We've got all kinds of different options in here. Let's do like medical and pharmaceutical. One of my friends online here goes by Nurse Shannon Vlogs, and she's got a really neat channel. If you haven't checked that out, you should. But you know, we could come in here and you know, just make something for her real quick. We could do this, and we could say let's do Nurse Shannon Vlogs, and we'll go ahead and click Get Started. And of course, this doesn't quite work for what we're doing here. So maybe we come in here and we'll just go ahead and take vlogs out of there. And we can do vlogs here like that maybe. And again, you can come in and you can move stuff around. You know, you can turn stuff. I wouldn't do that with this one, but you can do that. Let's set that back to 0 there, and let's bring it. Go ahead and bring it back down where it was. But you could, you know, go in here and say, well, I want that to be a different color. And if you don't see the color that you like here, you can click on plus up here at the top and say, you know what, I want something that's more that color. And now it's that color. And you can do the same thing with with the fonts down here as well. You know, you can change that to, let's say we want to do this a dark red, and you know, let's say we want to do this also in that kind of dark red color. But you know, we want Nurse Shannon to be in a different font here. You know, we can scroll through and we can find different styles of writing here. Maybe we try that. That looks kind of neat. But you can go in and you can change these fonts very, very easily to find something that you're looking for. So let's say you're working on something, you get sidetracked, or you're done for now, you want to come back to it later. What's really cool about this is you can actually go up to the top of the screen and click Save. It's going to bring up a screen asking you to either log in or create a new account. We've already got it. I already have an account, so I'm going to go ahead and click log in. Then I will use whichever method I have decided to use to log in here. And then it has saved my work. I like to click save a couple of times. I'm very paranoid like that. But what's cool about this is you can then go up and click on your avatar up here and click on My Logos. And here we can see all of the different logos that I have created while doing some testing. You can see I already did another one of these Nurse Shannon vlogs over here. I was playing with another demo, this Blue Fox Gaming here. We can actually go ahead and take a look at that. Let's open that up and kind of give you another idea of something else that I had done. Blue Fox Gaming means nothing to me. If that's your channel name, feel free to use this. I have no ties to it, but I thought this was kind of a cool gaming setup that they've got here, with the eyes being controllers. And of course, you know, you can come in and you can change each of these different colors, like even down, I believe, to maybe even the buttons. But anyway, so you can come in and you can click this, and you can say, I want this to be yellow. That would be awful. Yeah, so each one of these is actually can be a different color if you wanted to do that. I wouldn't do that. That looks awful. Don't do that. But you can come in, you can change each of these colors and make it look however you want. You know, very, very easily. And I really dig what they've done with this. And again, you can come down and you can change the fonts. I've got audio wide here, but you know, we could do Black Ops 1 if we wanted to give it that look. So there's a lot of really cool options here. When you're done, you can click save. I'm not gonna, because I liked the way it looked before. But let's say none of these are what you're looking for, and you want to create your own unique custom thing just for you and your brand. What we'll do is we'll come over here and we'll click New. So up here at the top, there's going to be an option to start from scratch. That's what I was looking for. So we're going to go ahead and click that. And then we're just presented with a white square here. And what's cool about this is, you know, you can click on, say, YouTube here, for instance, and you can grab that, and you can come over here and change the color to just be red. And now if you wanted to do that, you could. I wouldn't for brand reasons, because YouTube might have a problem with you using your logo in theirs, but you could. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. But you know, if you wanted to, let's say you wanted to use a robot. Oops. We'll go ahead and click on robot here. And it looks like they've got all kinds of different robots in here. Like they've got a little Lego guy. They've got something that looks like R2-D2. All kinds of really neat stuff here. So let's grab the Lego guy and drag him over. There's more to it than just being able to add text and these pre-built things here. You can also go into shapes. So you could, let's grab this shield here and let's move it over to here and let's make it big. And then what's cool about this is we can actually move that to the back. Oops, and then we can drag it down. Like, you know what, let's center it. And then we're gonna bring him up. We're gonna bring the text into there and we'll click him. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. That was my fault. I clicked through him there. So now, you know, let's change these. Let's make them white. Maybe white's a bad idea. Oh, it's not so bad. So then we'll click that. We'll change this and we'll click white. And we'll make sure that we are centered there. Oops, I did it again. And there we go. So again, if I wanted to, I could just come up here and click save. And apparently I have too many saved here, and that's fine. This was just kind of a demo to show you how the builder works. And of course you can add other shapes and lines and all that kind of stuff through the options over there on the left-hand side. So of course then the next question is, what do we do? How do we get our logo? What do we do next? Well, what we do is we come up to the top and we click on our avatar up here and we click on my logos. And I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice this one. I'm not too attached to it. And you can see that all of these are labeled as free, except for this one. And we'll get to that one in a minute. So we've got this Blue Fox Gaming. I'll go ahead and click edit. And then once we're here, if we've decided that this is the one we want to use, we can click on download. So they've got 3 different levels of usability here. The free one requires that you give credit, and it's going to be limited in how big it can be, so it's not going to be ideal for printing. You're not going to get a transparent PNG here, so it's going to have a white background on it, which may or may not work with what you're trying to do. Enable edit and re-download is limited. No support, not print ready, no vector files, can't download the font files, and there's no copyright ownership. So again, this is a good way to build something and get somebody's input on it, or show it to your audience and see what they think about it. But if you actually want to be able to use this for branding and for merchandise, for that kind of thing, it's definitely worth taking a look at these other 2 options, either the basic or the plus. You're going to get more usability out of it. You're going to get the file types that you need out of it. What's even better is they actually sent me a 50% off coupon for my viewers to use when you decide to actually purchase one of the usable files for, again, merchandise or branding or any of that kind of stuff. So there will be a link to this service down in the description below, and there'll be a coupon code to get 50% off your order. And I can honestly say that this is a service that I've used. Like I said earlier, I had, the vector image of my face that was kind of neat looking to, me and my family, and that was really about it. But I decided to do something a little bit different with my merchandising, and I gave myself a mascot. So there you go. That is Design Evo, and I'm really stoked that I had the opportunity to work with them. I think they've got a cool service, they've got good prices, and they seem very, very interested in helping out, especially smaller channels, by doing these promotions and these discounts and things like that, to help channels understand that branding is affordable and can be attained by just about anybody if they've got a few bucks to spend. So I know this was a little different than what I normally do on here. I've been doing a lot of tutorials and that kind of thing, but I enjoyed doing this video and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor, give the video a thumbs up. Would really help me out a bunch. I'd like to get this video out in front of a bunch of people. If you like this kind of content, or you like tutorials about Linux or Chromebooks or product reviews about technology, things like headphones and microphones and action cameras and whatever else comes my way, definitely hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you here as a regular visitor. And if you want to be notified, you can try hitting that bell and see if that works these days. But let me know down in the comments if this is a service you would use, and if you enjoyed the video. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Thanks for your time. I always appreciate your support, and I'll talk to you in the next video.